Hey, hey, hey. Oh my gosh, sorry. I just ate some lunch. It's Jodi Gambini here. We are doing day 16 I just got to make sure that we can hear me. Let's see here. All right. All right. We are doing day 16, and this is our money minute. So, the topic that I'm going to talk about today, if you didn't know and you're seeing this for the first time, I have been in the financial industry for 28 years in the banking and as a financial planner, and now as a financial and money coach. So I have a lot of experience of so many things I've seen. And so every day I'm giving a quick little, I call it a minute. It's going to be like 5 minutes or a lot. Sometimes they're a little bit more. But so we're on day 16. If you want to watch all of them, just go to if you're on Facebook, go to Financial Freedom with God. That is a free community. Right now, I am streaming it on YouTube. So, hello, my YouTube friends. Say hello. Let me know where you're joining from. And please share it, like it, subscribe. Hello, my personal Facebook friends. Um, Please share this, like it, comment, share with somebody you think would benefit. And hello, we're streaming directly into Financial Freedom with God's community. After I finish this, I'm going to be using that as my community to do some additional things where I'm going to drop things. I may do some workshops and different things like that. So you'll want to make sure you get in that group, Financial Freedom with God, if you like these. And in that group, I have them all up top in order. So you can just go and watch them. So if you've missed them, it's totally cool. But today, day 16, February 16th, we are 2 days after Valentine's Day, and I was kind of praying on what tip to talk about. Yesterday's was hobby or business. You'll like that with my tips. Couples, dating. Let's deal with dating first, okay? I've heard everything out there with, yeah, don't talk money, don't talk these things. I'm going to disagree with that because I think that it is one of the number one things that people fight about. Even through my career, I I see things that nobody else sees. So I've seen couples that before they got married, when they get married, and I've seen them when they file and get divorced, and it breaks my heart. So I'm going to be sharing some of my tips from that perspective. You can agree or not agree with me, but when you see thousands and thousands and thousands of people, it you see what works and doesn't work. So I am going to say that you not on your first date, okay? But as you are, I think it really is important to have some of these conversations. Find out if they, because what their money mindset is important. Because most of the time, one might be like, I'm not good with money, I don't like money, that kind of thing. And another one may be like, well, I am, but I don't really know if I want to be the person that has to lead everything and never have the other person do it. So if you don't have the conversation sometime in the dating, finding out, and finding that out, and then be willing to have talks around it. Watch something like this. Find a group or a community that you can watch some things. Find a course that you can watch together and just kind of hear the talks and do the conversations around it. So I highly recommend that. Before you get married, I actually feel like if you're engaged, this should be a prerequisite, just like talking about God. Hopefully you both are Christians, but these conversations are not fun to have, but they are important. If one person never likes to save and the other always saves, if you don't have some conversations around it, it's not going to be very good. Here's the other one I hear all the time. We're going to have our own accounts. I have already had my own account. I don't trust people. There's multiple reasons, whether you're married now, don't hate the messenger. Like I said, I'm just going to tell you the reasons why I would suggest. Here is the ideal way that I would suggest. You have one account that you consider your joint account that all funds go in, all direct deposits go in, and all every day, all bills come out of, okay? And both of you are on. Then you open up two other accounts. Again, you want to be on this account because in a lot of states, if you are not on the account, even if you are the spouse, there's a 30-day waiting period before you can access anything on a lot of different things. So that's really, really important. So the best way I have seen that has worked with I've gotten the people that are dating to married, and it both when you're dealing with couples, you're dealing with two separate families, two different ways. One might have been taught how to save earlier this week. I kind of talked about tips on how to teach your kids. And one may have grown up where either it was what I call feast or famine. Times were really, really tight all the time. So when you got it, you spent it and you just didn't learn those habits. Okay. Or you just might want to be more the ostrich and I just don't want to know. I don't want to know anything about it. It's super important to know that. And I'm just going to give you a little clue. Typically, if you get to know the parents, you will see and notice some of these habits. And it's really important. It's not going to go away to have conversations around it. But once you're going to get married, I would say one joint account and then two separate accounts. You're both on these accounts. But I would open them up like if it was my account, I would put Jodi Gambini first and Daniel Gambini second, which by the way, I've done that. And then with Dan, he would have Daniel Gambini first and then me second, just so we kind of recognize the accounts. And then on our checks or on anything on our main account, it has both of us, Daniel and Jodi, on it. We agree on an amount. You don't want to agree on if one person makes more money than the other. It just does not breed the right things. I'm just going to tell you. And I know some of you might like be shocked to even hear that and you would never imagine it. I'm just going to say it happens a lot that I have seen. And a lot of times it's just because maybe someone else has had some bad experiences and then they've shared it with someone and it's the person they trust. So they're like, this is a good advice. This is good advice. I'm just going to tell you, when you see these things over and over, I am serious when I say these have led to almost divorce and divorce. So agreeing upon a set amount on each paycheck, a percentage or a dollar amount, like $200, $100. Hopefully you guys have done a full spending plan. You're tracking it for 90 days and you know that you could do that. You're already tithing. You're already, you're giving, you're tithing, you're saving, you're doing these good, healthy financial habits. Okay. Hopefully you're doing all that first. And if you have some extra, this is a great way because each of you have your own separate account and you're both on it. So you're not hiding it. But if there's something you want to do that's not going to be approved around that kind of thing, you can use your own account. So like that's what we do. I save up if I wanted to go, to a spa. If Dan likes to save it up a lot and then buy like a let it accumulate and then it goes towards something. But these things have worked really, really well. So those are my tips for you guys. If you're already a couple, I would encourage you to start to push towards it. Maybe even start to watch these together and have the conversation. So see you tomorrow. Bye. Come join me. I'm about ready to go live. Camp Gambini community. Sharing how to chase your God-sized dream and do it fearlessly and kick fear in the face. See you soon.